Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I am your teacher Mrs. Aksa Kamal, Assistant Professor of English from Government Degree College for Women, Dubai Mahal Road, Bahawalpur. In our today's class, we are going to revise our tenses. So let's start. Our first tense is, as you see on the screen, the simple present tense. So we use this tense when we wish to say that someone does something or something happens always, regularly, sometimes, often, usually, and for something which goes on all the time. Let's see its examples. I have my breakfast at 7 each morning. I always listen to the radio. I sometimes play football on Thursday. I The sun always rises in the east. I go to the mosque every Friday. She makes all her children's clothes. So here we have seen that everywhere you see that verb's first form is used. I have. It's with I, it's used have. And what is the base form or the root word of this have is to have. I always listen. So it's the first form of verb is listen. To listen, and its first form is listen. I sometimes play. Here it is play. I play football on Thursday. And next is rises. The sun always rises in the east. Rises, we have here added s with rise. R-I-S-E, rise. And we have added s because of the third person singular, the sun. I go to the mosque every Friday. Go, here the first form of verb is used with I. She makes all her children's clothes. So here with make we have added s, and we have made it makes. With she we have used makes. Why? Because she is third person singular, and third person singular takes the addition of s or es with verb's first form. Our second tense is out of present. Our second tense of present is the present continuous tense. So when do we use this tense? We use this tense when we wish to say that something is happening now, at the very moment of speaking or writing. This tense is a little more complicated as it is made up of two parts. So part 1, the simple present tense of the verb to be, according to the noun or pronoun used as the subject of the sentence. If the subject is singular, we use is, and if the subject is plural, we use are. Over here we see the example. With I we use am, with he it is, with she it is also is, with it we use is, but when we go to the plural subject, we use are. You are, they are. So we have seen that the helping verbs, after the subject we use the helping verbs, either it is or am or are. After the helping verbs, the next component of present continuous is the present participle of whatever verb is to be used. The word participle itself shows that this word is only a part, and as a verb cannot stand alone. It always ends in ing and must follow some part of the verb to be before it can be called a complete verb. Like, it is also worth noting that in the continuous tense, when asked to give the verb of such a sentence, the two parts must be given, otherwise the answer is incomplete. Let's see the examples for better understanding. I am eating my breakfast. So here is, after subject we have used helping verb am and present participle of the verb to eat. We have given its present participle eating my breakfast. So the structure is am eating. I am eating my breakfast. Next example is it is raining. With it we have added is, and after the helping verb we have given present participle of the verb to rain. It is raining. It is raining. The boys are working hard. So after the subject the boys, as our subject is plural, we have added are. The boys are, and after are we have added The verb's present participle form, it's working. The boys are working hard. So here we have used are working. In fourth example, she is enjoying the film. In the same way, as our subject is singular, we have added is and afterwards present participle of the verb to enjoy. Mother is cooking the evening meal. With mother is the singular subject, so we have given it the helping verb, the singular helping verb mother is, and the present participle form of to cook. It's cooking. Present participle is ing form. With base root we add ing. This is called present participle. Mother is cooking the evening meal. The girls are helping the teacher. The girls, it's our plural subject, so we have added the helping verb of plural. Are, after the are we have given to help the verbs present participle form helping. The girls are helping the teacher. All these sentences suggest that the action is taking place at the time of speech, the immediate present. When we wish to convey the negative in the present continuous tense, the word not comes in between the two parts of the verb. Mean where? In between the helping verb and the main verb. Like mother is cooking the evening meal, mother is not cooking the evening meal. The girls are helping the teacher, the girls are not helping the teacher. Dear students, our third type in present tense is the present perfect tense. Let's see its description. This tense often causes great confusion, but its function is very definite. If we examine it closely, we use this tense when we wish to show that a past action has some connection with the present. Either the result of the past action is still apparent, or something that was started in the past is still going on in the present. This tense is the link between the past and the present, and sentences including just, already, yet, since as indications of time are examples of this. It is in two parts, and both these parts go to make up the complete verb. When we say that it has two parts, we are talking about the verb, which has one helping verb and one main verb. When we talk about the helping verbs, we use have or has with it. Let's see the subject where to use have and where to use has. With I we use have. With he we use has. With she we use has. With it we use has. And with we use have. With you we use have. And with they we use have. And these are the helping verbs we use with our subjects, either have or has. And after the helping verbs we come to the past participle form of the verb. Let us see here. I am giving you the sight of all these words. You can see the verbs. In the beginning, its infinitive form is given. When the base form of the verb or the first form of the verb is used with to, it is called the infinitive form, and we modify it further either into the present or the simple past or the past participle. Like for the infinitive to sing, our present participle is singing, and our past or simple past tense of to sing is sang, and our past participle is sung. Past participle is the third form of the verb. So with has or have, we use this list or past participle. Let's see the examples. The example is, I have lived in this town for the past 5 years. Over here we see the subject, it's I, and with I we use have and past participle of to live. Have lived. I have lived in this town for the past 5 years. Our next example is, I have written a letter to my parents every week since I have been away from home. Next example, Misbah has gone to visit her aunt. The train has arrived. And next is, my father has returned from work. So students, in our today's lecture, we have learned, or rather we have revised our present tense. So hope you would have understood it. Allah Hafiz.